Hey everyone, Coops here from the Controllingb Dragon Ball Super Season 2 first deck tech coming at you, and it's going to be Goku Black featuring Babidi, the 6-drop. When I saw Babidi, I was like, this card's absolutely nuts. That's surely not a thing. Two things, 25k, red, there's like a whole host of great stuff. They pretty much replaced Vados with the 5-drop Gotenks. Then they replaced Vados again with Babidi, so just insane value. Really keen to bring the power of Goku Black, the temporary ramp, with the insaneness of Babidi. But just before we jump into the deck tech, I do just want to say, just very weird, I find. Not weird, actually, because there's hate everywhere on the internet. But people were just trashing the try-hard Ginyu, the tricolor Ginyu list. Just a huge shout out to whoever the creators and people that refine that deck down, because you've got people deep in the salt mines when they're like, it's dumb because it's dumb. Tricolor, more like try hard. Like, the deck is so legit. It's such a good list. Probably gets better with Kale and stuff as well from the new set. And I don't see how it's any different to everyone on their knees net decking mono blue critical Vegeta when that won the first Gen Con. So, I don't know. I find it very odd. Maybe just like, I would just appreciate that it's a good deck and try and work out a way to beat it, which there are not too many answers. But, just, I don't know. I love the internet. It's an amazing place sometimes, right? But let's kick off with Goku Black. It's our leader for our first Union Force Set 2 deck, and it's the standard 10k on the front. Activate main once per turn. If you have 2 or more blue energy, choose one card in your life and place it in your energy area. At the end of that turn, choose one of your energy and place it in the drop area, so it doesn't have to be the one that you ripped off. And on the back side, the leader Awaken is 15k, pretty standard. During your turn, if you have 2 or less life, you get 5,000 power and double strike, and when it attacks, you get to draw a card. So we'll start things off with just the extra cards, including the 10k pump, because it might as well just be an extra card at this point. 3 copies of Sensu Bean, a playset of Objection, and a playset of Boost Attack Piccolo. Really, really looking to get Objection in your opening hand. It is the key card that we're mulliganing for, that along with Babidi. And we'll go through some of the battle cards now, and then we'll talk a bit about just the strategy of the deck and how you want to best play it. Starting off with the playset of Energy Boosted Majin Buu, we want to draw into the key cards of the deck. Buu also gives us a blue source as well for that Goku Black ability. Playset of Sayian Cabba, just a great card, especially when you're on 3 life and you can swing in and bring on the double strike 5k bonus for your leader as well. Playset of Super Saiyan Son Goku, the 2-drop 15k vanilla. Also a playset of Unyielding Spirit Trunks. When you swing and combo with this card, you get to untap an energy. Doesn't have to be a blue energy, but your leader has to be blue, which Goku Black thankfully is. We're running 3 2-drop vanillas as well, so you can run Goten or Trunks, whatever you want to do. You can even run 3 copies of the 15k critical Goku if you want. I just chose to include the 2-drops here, but you could definitely include just any free-to-combo blue card in this slot, just to make sure we are getting that double blue for our leader. And the reason why we need that double blue and that Objection is because we'll go into Babidi first, then we'll talk about the targets, but the general plan is turn 2 Objection or turn 3 Objection. On turn 4, you now have 5 energy. Pull one down from your life to be able for us to cast Mind Controlling Babidi, 6-drop 10k. When you play this card, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 2 red battle cards among them with 25,000 power or less other than Babidi and play them. Then shuffle your deck. The card is broken, ladies and gentlemen. And what are the kind of threats that we want to be pulling off Babidi? Well, I'm so glad you asked. A playset of Jiren, the Fist of Justice, 20k, and can clear active battle cards, which is nuts. You can also just hardcast Jiren on turn 3 by pulling down an energy as well off after you've Objection turn 2, which is just absolutely insane. I love that. We're playing a playset of Ghost Attack Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. 20k double strike puts 3 Ghost tokens on the battlefield. They have 15,000 power. If you have 4 or less cards in your hand, so Gotenks and your Ghost tokens all get double strike as well. Playset of Destructive Terror Champa. I was worried this card would be too slow and too big for set 2, but when you rip it off Babidi, it is just super value town. it nukes the board. There's a lot of decks that run a lot of smaller low drops. Cards like Android 16, for example. You still got your Boos and your Bulmers in a lot of decks, so you get plenty of value off it. Plus, it's a triple striker, which is nuts as well, and a playset of Miraculous Comeback Ultimate Gohan, 25k double strike. When it KOs a battle card, deal 2 damage to your opponent, which is just so stupid that this card has this ability. And if you have 3 or less cards besides this card in your hand, reduce the energy cost of this card by 4, so it just becomes double red. So even if you don't rip this off Babidi, you can just hard cast this for 2 red, which is just absolute insanity in my opinion. So that's the deck. That's the 50 cards that you'll be going into battle with today, and it's just the value from Goku Black is insanity. Cards like We Stressing Attendant, you have to tap down 4 and then you're pulling something off the top, and if he gets Cold Bloodluster, for example, that feels really bad, right? And obviously Bloodlust is a pretty hard counter to Babidi because it shuts it down, but you've got a lot of good threats in your deck anyway that you can just naturally play. I guess what I like about this is that Babidi doesn't get shut down by Crusher Ball. Like, you're never going to waste a Crusher Ball on Babidi. That's insane. You would obviously use it on the stuff that Babidi rips off the top, but you'd never use it on, so it kind of takes Crusher Ball out of the equation, whereas Crusher Ball was a very strong card for Vardos because you're like, all right, that's cool, you can't attack because I put it in rest mode and then I can pop it next turn. So your opponent only has 4 Bloodlust as well. There's only 4 Bloodlust, so you don't have to worry about, it's 1 for 1, right? You got 4 Babidi, they got 4 Bloodlusts. You're getting there potentially on turn 4 because if you hit Objection on turn 2 or turn 3, so you're mulliganing hard for Objection and a Babidi, or if you draw into 1, turn 2 or turn 3, on turn 4, you've got +1 energy, right? So you're at 5 energy. You pull 1 down, like I said earlier, from Goku Black's ability. Then you're on 6. You play Babidi on 6. If you hit double Gotenks or a Gotenks and a Champa, you've put on the board 25k triple strike, 20k double strike, 3 15k double strikes. If you've got, 4 or less in hand or 3 or less in hand, that's really easy to do because you're playing Objections, so that's taking cards out of your hand. You're sending your life into energy and then into drops. You're not drawing more cards off that. If your opponent awakens you, then you're getting more cards, but then you also have the ability to start doing damage with your leader as well. The deck is just a powerhouse. It is so hilarious when your opponent's like, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Is this some kind of time ring shenanigans? And then you go on turn 4 into a Babidi and they just look in disbelief. You're trying for the Vegito dream, right? On 5, right? That's the dream. We're 1 ahead of that. And yes, there's an extra piece that you need to worry about, but it is just absolute insanity that Babidi exists. Like, when I first saw Babidi, I was like, oh, I'll get a Babidi and a Vardos deck and just get value out the wazoo, but you don't even need Vardos anymore. You don't even need Vardos. You could potentially run a Vardos build, and I looked at this with Champa as the leader, for example, because you get plenty of card draw off that, which is always good. I looked at it with Trunks as the leader as well, so you can cycle to draw into stuff. But just the fact that all you need is Objection and a Babidi in your opening hand, and as long as you get, another blue source, for example, you're pretty much set to go. And if your opponent's not playing yellow, they will just be mortified when you drop a turn 6 Babidi. We've got 16 threats. Yeah, 16 threats for, super good cards that we want to pull off Babidi as well. Like, you can always just grab a 15k 2-drop Goku or a Cabba. So we really do have 24, threats in total that you can rip off Babidi. But we've got 16 just game-swinging ones. And I tell you what, on turn 4, you play double Champa or something crazy like that, it's just game over for your opponent. And that's the other thing as well, right? So if your opponent does have a yellow up and they have Bloodlust and they do have a bit of a board, at that point, you just pull 2 Champas, right? Because they can only lust one of them, which means the board gets wiped. And then it kind of plays into, do they actually want to lust 1 out of 2 Champas because they're losing their board anyway? And all they're doing is taking the triple strike offline. And then you kind of invite the, can I just get killed from this point? So really enjoy playing with this deck. I've just had the best fun memeing my opponents out with it. Yes, you need to be careful of Bloodlust. You do need to be wary of that card. But this deck is just all the fun. I can't believe Babidi actually exists. The card is broken. Good luck playing this one. If you've had some success with Babidi, let me know in the comments. Is there a deck you'd like me to see, like to see me do a list on? Let me know in the comments for that as well. Hopefully you're cracking some awesome stuff out of your Union Force booster boxes and booster packs. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Coops. This has been the Whole Box and Dice. Peace.